I can feel a lot of people saying, you guys, not wanting us to succeed, or you guys will fail. It's such a, but what if we do? What if they're successful? It'd be amazing a special feeling to be a part of that. I won't be trying to set the world on fire when I first start. I'll be trying to get in the groove, and but what I'll expect of myself is a high work rate. I understand, I guess, what I bring to the table in terms of exposure and media exposure, and I think that's what's happened in the last couple of weeks. So, and that's fine. It hasn't changed who I am as a person. I seen sports from a young age as a, I guess, pathway to success for myself. I see that growing up in a house with no wallpaper really installed in me a fierce drive to buy mum a house. And I always thought that if I could play on TV, I would have only been 10, 11 thinking like this. If I can play on TV, I can buy mum a house. So that drove me.
How difficult was it to pack up as a 15-year-old, move countries and leave behind your loved ones?
Yeah, it was tough, but my idol was my brother, because I really feel like the mistakes that I seen him do really put me on the path that I was on. So I'm always forever grateful for my brother and his guidance. I think I was 14 at the time, and my brother would have been 16, and he was definitely getting on the wrong side of the law. But that's when the Canterbury recruitment officer, Mark Hughes, at the time, just said, "Oh, you can either come over now or you can come over when you're 18." And obviously I was a mama's boy and wanted to stay home, and my brother just said, "Bro, you got to go, man, or you're going to end up where I am."
In your early 20s, there are a couple of high-profile incidents involving alcohol.
Yes.
You ended up coming out and saying that you did have a difficulty drinking. Do you think that those mistakes were made because you were trying to deal with the shock of fame?
Yeah, it's a funny one. I didn't really drink until I made first grade. So yes, was I equipped to handle the fame and the attention? No. But in saying that, I thought I did what I thought was right, and I ended up in a place where it wasn't good for myself and who I wanted to be. So it's always good to reflect and think about those times, because the man that I am today, when I look back at that, it was such a blessing. Like I said, if you have that mentality, which I have through my faith of everything is a glass half full opportunity, then that's exactly what it was. It put me in a place where I knew I had to look at myself in the mirror. And sometimes, those times when I looked in the mirror, I wasn't proud of that person that was looking back at me. But now when I do, I have a smile on my face, and I'm grateful for those life lessons.
It was in France where you found your religion.
Yes.
How has that influenced your life?
Yeah, amazing. I always felt like I was searching for something, and it came in a time in my life where that's what I needed. And Islam has allowed me to grow into the man that I am, to have that glass half full mentality, to be vulnerable and put myself in situations that I probably wouldn't have, but then also strive to be not just the best sportsman that I can be, but the best man, husband and father that I can be. I've made a lot of mistakes in my life, but becoming a Muslim was one of the best things that's ever happened to me, so I'm forever grateful.
You also have an amazing career as a boxer. What was it that initially attracted you to boxing?
I had to pay back some money. I was in debt, $1 million in debt. So when I first took off from Australia, I had to pay the $1 million. So to obviously back to the Canterbury Bulldogs, and the 2 years that I lived in France, it didn't cover that bill, So I had to have a couple of fights, and so it was through necessity at the start, if I'm honest. But the way that I am, or the way that I'm wired, when I dive into something, I dive into it full-hearted, and that's what I did with boxing. And from not being able to throw a proper punch to really enjoying it, it kind of lit a fire that I couldn't put out.